Hey you guys, I am back with another YouTube video, and today I am going to be speaking my 2 cents on Emem and Ikechi and just basically my thoughts on this couple. I really wanted to only speak on this couple for today instead of anybody else, because this is a couple that I really only care about, and this is a couple that I really saw the most drama with out of like the whole show, because all the other couples this episode, they were just kind of boring. Like, they weren't giving me any more drama. There was really nothing going on. So like, I just wish the best of luck to all of them. But I do see a lot of strange things happening to all these couples, like besides Thomas and Camille, like next episodes. And I was kind of really bummed because there's only like 3 to 4 episodes left of Married at First Sight. So honestly, I'm just looking forward to like the new Love is Blind season. I'm looking forward to like the Love is Blind season, basically. Like, that's really it. I'm not really into the I'm kind of am still into this Married at First Sight season, but I'm kind of looking forward to like Love is Blind season 8, that whole shenanigans. I'm looking forward to Love is Blind, because I thought it would be longer, this Married at First Sight season. But anyways, it is what it is. We get what we get, and we don't get upset. Anyways, I'm gonna talk about Emem and Ikechi and just what I think about them as like a couple, like this past season, like this Chicago season. I honestly think that like Ikechi and Emem are both in the wrong. Now, yes, this might be a hot take, but I honestly don't really see myself siding with anybody, Ikechi or Emem. Emem, maybe, I don't know, that might surprise y'all, simply because I feel like that like there has to be a way that like there has to be something that like Emem is doing behind the scenes to kind of make Ikechi act the way that he is acting. And so I'm kind of wondering if like the edits are making it seem very one-sided to where they're giving like Emem all the good edits and they're giving Ikechi all like the bad edits. And because I know I know when it comes to editing reality TV shows, people, they could make you look like you're like a villain and then make the person look like a hero without showing like the hero, like, oh, they actually had their bad sides behind the cameras, and without showing like the villain, like, oh my god, like they actually had some good sides on their part too, and this is why this villain acted this way. And so I'm kind of just like kind of conflicted, because when I was watching the after party portion of episode 11 of Married at First Sight, you had the host on the after party asking Ikechi like, so like, why did you do what you do to Emem? I don't know what question she asked him, but I think he responded with like, there was like a lady running on the street, or there was somebody running on the street, and she was kind of like almost like yelling at them. She kind of had like a bit of a tone, and then he was like, yeah, that's kind of why she could kind of be aggressive. And I kind of agree with that. I think that like Ikechi, he has a sensitive like heart, and like he's just very sensitive to where he doesn't act maturely. He does not act accordingly. And I think Ikechi may have some insecure issues. And I feel like that also, like Ikechi, I think he's a narcissist. Like, I see Ikechi as a narcissist, and I'm like, there has to be something that Emem had to do that made Ikechi show his true colors. Like, I don't know what it is, but there has to be something that Ikechi did to make Emem show something that Emem did to make Ikechi show his true colors. And even what Ikechi did, like, to make Emem show her true colors. And that's why, you had Emem going off on Ikechi at the table. And so I think, like, Ikechi, like, he doesn't know how to handle situations. And so by doing that, Ikechi, he takes the situation too far. This guy, he takes the situation too far to the point where he escapes. He walks away. He runs. He just runs to escape, rather than actually like communicating and being like, hey, so this is the way how I feel. I just want to let you know, like, this is a warning. Like, don't ever like try to like, can you like kind of be a little bit nicer when you do this? Like, I feel like that Ikechi, he just does not like to communicate. Ikechi does not communicate, and so I don't know. I feel like I do see Emem as aggressive. Like, I see Emem as a little bit aggressive. Like, I kind of see her as aggressive because of like, it kind of like the way how Ikechi was describing how Emem was acting behind the scenes. If you play close attention and watch the after party portion of like episode 11, you could see kind of Ikechi talking about like how the way Emem might act. And so I kind of might agree. I feel like that Emem like might be someone who is aggressive, and I think Emem might be someone who comes off as aggressive towards Ikechi but may not come off as aggressive to other people. See, you could be aggressive to certain people, I'd say, to an extent. And so I think what Ikechi could have done was just communicated that. But then also, like, it started with the whole taco situation, and I didn't like that. Like, it started with the whole taco situation, and then Ikechi just turned into, like, you know, not talking. And so I don't know, but for me, I feel like that, like, Ikechi just doesn't like the way how Emem talks, the way how Emem is just bubbly, how the way Emem has like a nice apartment, the way how Emem just has like all her shit together and she's a little bit aggressive. I don't think Ikechi likes it, and rather than communicating, Ikechi would rather run to either escape, almost divorcing her, like escape, not wanting to like Ikechi does not want to work through this. And I think that Ikechi is someone who is not ready for marriage, and Emem is. I do see that, like, you know, Emem is someone ready for marriage. I don't see, though, that Ikechi is someone who is ready for marriage. So I feel like that Ikechi needs a lot more work when it comes to focusing on marriage, focusing on having a wife, and stuff like that. I don't think, like, and also, like, Ikechi, he wasn't even that attractive, and I'm just like, how did, like, even I was watching the show with someone, and they were like, how did a guy, like, get on the show? Because I know this guy, he had applied to be on the Atlanta version of Married at First Sight, the Houston version of Married at First Sight, and then he got on the Chicago version of Married at First Sight. And so I think, like, I think that Ikechi just kind of sees envy in Emem, and it's like Emem has so much confidence in herself, and Ikechi does not like that. See, a woman who has a lot of confidence in themselves, your partner sometimes, I don't know, like people just sometimes see when you're in a relationship and like a man is just like starting random fights with you, or a man is just like kind of like not trying to talk to you, it's because he either is resorting to passive aggressiveness, not talking to you, or he's like giving you the silent treatment because one thing you said kind of hurt them. And then also another thing is just like Ikechi is just too emotional dangerously. And I think with Ikechi, he does not know how to like calm down. I think Ikechi, he gets a lot of like frustration in him to where he just leads to escape. And I think Ikechi, he may be a little bit jealous of Emem, that Emem, and I think Ikechi might be a people pleaser, but he might be a little bit jealous of Emem. That, you know, Emem, she got a nice weave. That Emem got a nice air fryer. That Emem got a nice apartment. That Emem just got it all together. That Emem is a nurse practitioner. That Emem is making more money than him. A lot of men tend to be jealous of women who make a lot more money than them in relationships, and I've seen it in plenty of relationships. There was this one guy that I was watching on a podcast, and he was saying like, you know what, my fiance was an ICU nurse, and I was always just like, I always felt less than. I don't know how to tell her that. And then they just broke up. Like a lot of people, like a lot of men who see their fiance, wife, or just girlfriend as like someone financially more successful than them, they tend to spread some envy towards that. And I think that's what it also is with Ikechi. Ikechi sees like Emem has a great career, and Ikechi just resorts to jealousy. And I see it a lot, and it's just like I could never be that person who's going to show lots of envy to someone if they make a lot of money than me. And I'm not about like, okay, yes, I'm a type of person, I see myself as a person who acts like Ikechi, but I, like when it comes to relationships, you always have to resort to communication. And so I think that like Ikechi, and I can't even pronounce his name right, but like he is someone who just does not resort to communication. He did not have the skills or the development. I think Ikechi might have a lot of trauma inside of him that is making him act the way that he is. He may have a lot of family trauma that is making him act the way he does towards Emem. That's what I believe is giving. Like, I don't think Ikechi is ready for marriage at all. Like, he just has a lot going on his mind to where he just cannot take up a relationship. Like, he has so much going on his mind. He has so much going on his head where he just cannot take control of being in a relationship. Like, he cannot be in a relationship. Like, it's a lot going on for him. It's a lot that this guy goes through. So it's like, it's kind of hard for him to navigate being in a relationship with Emem. And so I feel like that the reason why I think Emem may come off as aggressive towards Ikechi, and Ikechi does not know how to say, like, Ikechi does not know how to explain himself to her. Like, Emem, you know, she's a well-established woman. She is a well-established woman. And so I think Ikechi, like, he's afraid to tell her, like, what's really up. And so I think Ikechi might think that, like, it might be bad on his part to just want to have a conversation about how he feels. I think Ikechi, he's a big people pleaser, and, like, rather than, like, showing a people pleaser in a relationship, they're not going to want to communicate with you because they feel like that communication is wrong, and they feel like that, like, they should just, like, drop you. That's the good thing. That's what a people pleaser think. The people pleaser will think that, like, you know what, the best thing to do is just to, like, kind of half-ass. The best thing to do is just to kind of, like, half-ass everything and not really tell you everything, or not really communicate the way how I feel. So I'm gonna just leave, and I'm gonna just, you know what, project my anger onto you. That's what this relationship is really giving. Anyways, that's it for this video. I just want to make a quick, simple video about this couple. I want to see what Married at First Sight has for next episodes. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Also, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys on my next video. Also, the notification bell will tell you every single time I post a new video. I put my new content out there. So make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell, and I will see you guys on my next video. Toodles. Bye bye.